then there's CBD in
I love
this.
when people call dibs. It makes me feel so good.
I'm gonna do that from now
Like,
on. I'm coming over your table from now on. I'm gonna be like, I got dibs. Are we live?
Yeah.
Hi everybody, Amanda Munchies, and we are live for the Bud Show. This is season 2, if I remember correctly. This is episode 12. So welcome so much for a night of laughter and education about what's happening in the cannabis industry here in Arizona. And we have a special guest who's not in the cannabis industry, who's going to tell you a little bit about what they're doing, which if you use cannabis, you might want to know about anyways, because he's got some good info. So we'll go around the room and kind of get started. I had you ladies send me a little bit of a bio about yourselves. And rather than me reading it, because I can totally do that, I'm actually going to ask you ladies to tell us a little bit about yourselves based off the bios you sent. So your bios were I would have to do a lot of editing. And let's be honest, that wasn't going to happen. So tell me who you guys are, and we'll start to the right. So we'll go this way. Is that all right?
Confuse anyone because
Sound
they would
good?
throw me off already.
And everyone in this room honors the Bud card. And if you don't know what that is, get to thebudcard.org while you watch the show to find out. All right, so who are you?
I am Leanna Jarvis.
Wait, say your name again.
Leanna.
Leanna. Make sure you pronounce that right. Do not get this wrong. Just for note, know your names. All right, keep going.
Leanna Jarvis.
Yes. What do you do?
I am a 30-year hairstylist, and I am Heirloom's Hair Salon, and I honor the Bud card.
Yes. Where do you do hair salon services?
I am at 57th Avenue and Bell Road in the West Valley.
Okay. And do you cater towards anyone specifically, or?
I cater to men, women, children, colors, haircuts, perms, eyebrow waxes, conditioning treatments, education with CBDs, and
Well, that's kind of what I was going at. So you use CBD sometimes too? Is that the deal?
I do.
Yes. How do you use CBD?
I use in shampoos, massaging. I also have essential oils that I diffuse in the room as well to give that uplifting, energetic feeling.
Sounds
You're
nice.
fully 420 friendly too, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
You,
Well, not fully. You can vape. And,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
full vaping.
Yeah.
I meant.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
I love it. Okay, and then you also do some other stuff in the cannabis industry. So let's just be honest. Like, that's not all you do, right? Where else can we find you? What else do you partake in?
I am on Instagram, the Medicine Woman 420,
Yes.
and I am educating myself into apothecary to do oils and CBDs and incorporate them together.
Love it.
Because I've been trying them myself, and I've noticed a big difference in
Essential
myself.
oils are great.
So,
They sure are.
yeah.
I love it. What about where I saw you Sunday? Yesterday.
I was a producer for Women Grow.
Yes.
So I will be a producer. I will see everybody in registration. So I will
Yes.
be up there at registration in Women
Yes.
Grow.
So you do stuff with our wonderful Women Grow networking, right?
I do.
Yes.
It
Your
is
face
a great,
is always there greeting us.
yes.
Yes.
I enjoy that. I love talking to people and giving them information about Women Grow and about cannabis and educating. Educating is the most important thing, and a lot of it is overlooked.
Yes.
So, and educating my clients in this so that they know the proper medication to use, if it's been tested, whether it's not been tested, whether they can use it, whether how to use it properly. Some people can't ingest it; they can only put it on their feet.
Yes.
So
People don't know this. Some people don't realize all the different ways that you can medicate, right?
That's
Even like
crazy.
shampooing, right?
Right.
Have you done that yet? Have you shampooed
No, but
with
as soon
CBD?
as she said that, I'm like,
Well,
Right?
yeah.
okay, let's see. Like,
I've been playing a little bit around with shampoos, and I've created a little bit of a shampoo. I don't like the results from it, and I've tried it on my granddaughter, and she slept for a few hours. Let's say like 13.
Wow.
I would say that would be great for nighttime.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
for a night
And it
time,
would-
shower.
that's
Or
what
if I got a migraine, I
Yes.
want that shampoo.
And when you do a scalp massage with the CBD in there, it's invoking the blood circulation. And CBD's on the scalp. It's not only is it great ingesting it or massaging it on the bottoms of your feet, it's great to massage it in your scalp because it helps the blood flow and opens everything up and just it relaxes the scalp. A lot of us hold tension in the scalp, and the scalp's really tight. I don't know if a lot of people have noticed that. I do as a hairstylist.
Yes.
Just checking my scalp.
Oh, everyone now is like touching their scalps. Oh, it's about time you got here. Watching on Instagram. Miss Phoenix finally arrived. So glad you made it.
We're rolling. We had to stop for wraps.
Oh, we appreciate you.
That's okay. That is very valid.
So we'll be back here rolling.
Thank you. So, who are you, my dear?
Oh gosh, skipping my pet. Oh.
I mean,
your turn.
we're gonna go back and we're gonna chat some more, but we're gonna get into the thick of it a little bit.
I guess I'm Shelly. I'm Dink Diaries 420 on the internet. Anywhere, I guess. I'm Leanna's daughter.
You are.
She is.
I've been hounding her for years to get into the cannabis industry, and I've been an advocate myself. I have fibromyalgia. I have a collective of different ailments and illnesses and stuff that just kind of make me feel like I got hit by a truck some days. Some days it's a, tiny pickup truck. Some days it's a semi. It depends, But I think watching my journey of being sick and then getting better and knowing I'm only using cannabis has really helped my mom in trying to figure out more healthy ways than what I couldn't go. I'm resistant towards narcotics, so I can't even take opioids. They don't work on me. They just don't work. I can't take anything else. Oh, Mom, I love you. I love you.
I don't know that I have tissue. I don't know that I have tissue. Thank you. This is our first mother-daughter duo on the show, by the way, in this capacity. So we appreciate this and sharing in this way. So can I ask how old you are, if you don't mind?
I really hate telling people in the industry, honestly, because then they start looking at me different.
I don't want people in the industry to know. I want our viewers to know because I think it's important. There's a lot of stigmas around.
It totally is. So
younger
I'll
people.
let it happen. So my small little backstory that I've finally been able to condense is that I used to be anti-cannabis, anti-everything. Look at her. I was straight edge. I hated anything. If you drank, if you smoked, I thought you were lazy and you were gonna just be nothing and amount to nothing. Yeah, I was mad until I got sick, and then I got sick starting at 19, and then it got really bad, and finally at 21, after a year and a half of some doctor's visits and procedures, they were like, no, you have fibromyalgia. And my neurologist said, let's try cannabis, and I went, you're on crack. I don't want to. And the more I looked into it, I knew that I was resistant towards narcotics. Everything else was hurting me. I was already in so much pain. I thought I was dying. This whole time I thought I was dying, and then I started allowing cannabis in my life. Then it was chill. Now, mind you, my dad, when I was younger, he thought depression wasn't real. That's how. So how do I explain that fibromyalgia to my family?
Right, you can't see it.
It's
not tangible, right?
Yeah. So
very
it was
hard.
really
Why
hard.
does that hurt?
Right.
You're just making up something.
You look normal.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So many, I know some of your viewers probably have parents that didn't believe their pain, didn't believe that they needed cannabis. Mm-hmm. Well, I had parents that didn't believe, and now they do, and they understand, and
that
it's
comes
amazing.
with education, right? I mean,
she was a lot easier, obviously. She was my savior, kind of in a lot of my pain, because my dad was kind of more not for it, as a dad. But yeah, I am only about 20. I'm 24 right now, and I've been in the industry since I turned 21. I started a teaching career when I was 16 until I switched over at 21, and then went from teaching to cannabis. I got sick and went, all right, let's learn about cannabis, guys. Yeah. Jumped right in, and here I am. Now I'm over at Grow Sciences, doing awesome things over there. we're providing some really awesome cannabis and quality cannabis that we care about, and for patients and people to actually, I don't know, have great stories. I was listening about last show about cannabis hypermesis syndrome and pesticides and all kinds of not okay things.
Yes, right, that Jasmine was talking
Yeah.
about. I'd never even heard of that before.
I've seen it myself. I've
It's
seen
so
somebody go have
crazy.
psychosis from it.
So
It's
crazy.
Yeah, we
So
thought
she
it was
can't
fake.
do edibles, like, at all. And it's, again, like, it's so interesting, these things that are out there. And, again, it doesn't mean that, like, cannabis is bad or any of these things. It just means different people react differently to everything that's
We're
out there,
learning.
right? And so we just need to learn so that we can know. So, wow. Well, thank
But,
you.
Yeah, that's kind of why we're here today, and we're a mother-daughter duo doing
I love
all
it.
kinds of awesome stuff and enjoying amazing edibles with amazing people and
Yes, and sharing your
spreading
story.
the good
Yes,
word, as
right?
Jeff Rydell would say.
Yes, and it's so important to share the story so that people know. I mean, I just think that that's so important, is that people hear the stories so that they know, so that when they get sick, when someone they know is sick, I mean, it just, how many people do we know that have cancer, have fibromyalgia, have all these different things? I mean, if we ourselves don't, you know, I don't even know that I need to reach out and touch someone. I mean, I know I personally have some issues of my own, minus the fact that I'm crazy. Just kidding, just kidding. Yes. But so, yeah, I mean, it's just so important that we have these conversations. And so I appreciate you talking about being young, and I don't mean to point it out in a bad way, but I think that there's a lot of stigma behind, like, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20-year-olds, or even younger than that, using cannabis. And I think, again, we have to be talking about it, because I certainly would rather give anyone I know of any age cannabis before I'd give them an opioid or anything else. And so that's just, you know, and again, and some people are like, what do you mean, a kid? Yeah, I'd rather
Exactly.
I'm not saying hand a kid a joint, by the way. Let's just
Yeah.
be honest.
Right.
Okay, because I'm not trying to
There's
hand a
other
kid a
ways that
joint.
you can
You're not asking a
administer it.
3-year-old to
Right.
spark up.
Right. So I just want to be clear on what I'm saying, is that there's no part of me that is saying, let's pass
We're not
joints
taking
to
Yeah.
3.
Right.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm going to get hate mail if anyone thinks that. So I just
Exactly.
want to be clear that that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, if someone needs to medicate, this plant is out there, it's natural, it's amazing, whether it's CBD or THC. If someone needs it, like, we shouldn't be denying that. And it shouldn't be based off of age. It should be based off of need, in my opinion,
Right.
especially when there's other stuff out there that's way, way worse. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Exactly.
that's just me.
Anything that I'm
shelves.
supposed to be on.
Yes.
That's on
you're-
shelves. It's
Yes,
so
yes,
weird.
even
Oh
the
my
stuff
God.
that,
Disgusting.
even the bottles of stuff that's on our shelves.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Everything.
So, please tell us who the two of you are, as, by the way, like, just for note, like, wafting in my nose right now is chocolate and bacon. Chocolate
That
and
one's mine.
bacon.
I mean, I'm gonna
You
get
can
3
have
then.
it. You can have it. You can have that one. If we're
Go
calling
ahead.
dibs,
Go
I'm
ahead,
gonna
hit
take
it.
that one. No,
Hit
no,
it.
no,
Wait,
no,
hit it.
no. I'm
Hit it. Hit it
teasing.
now.
I'm teasing. I'm not mean. I'm not mean. I'm so nice.
okay.
I promise. But this one, I got
She
this
hits
one.
me.
All right. So, who are you? What do you do? What are these? What are those? What are these?
What's this?
Right?
What's that?
I know.
So, what do you got for us?
Okay, my name is Christina Duran, and I'm an entrepreneur. I brought these cupcakes in today. These are chocolate covered, CBD infused.
My mouth is
Chocolate
watering.
covered bacon. CBD
What if I twist the
infused
pan? Well, you know.
cupcakes. And this is a medicated lollipop inspired by Sonic Ocean Water. I don't know if you guys ever had that slushy, but
Yeah.
so I made the creation, so it has that coconut, lemon, lime burst in there. So they're really
Now, when
good.
you say medicated, what are they medicated with? How much is in each?
These have 60 milligrams of full spectrum CBD.
Okay.
So excellent for pain, inflammation, and all that. And I just like to doll things up and make them look yummy. If you're gonna medicate in style.
Did you just say dull things?
Doll it
Oh,
up,
dull.
doll
I
it
thought
up.
you said dull. I was like, this is not
No,
dull.
like
This
doll
is
it up. I
fancy
like to-
AF.
Yeah,
Hello.
I like making things and creating things and making
Right, this
things
is
look
beautiful.
pretty. So if you're gonna have an edible, I just figured might as well have it, looking cool and
nice.
yeah,
Oh,
and
God.
nice and yummy and delicious and
That
so
one
yeah,
was
I'm an
yours.
entrepreneur. I've actually helped start 4 businesses and 2 nonprofits. One where I've helped the homeless before, which I recognize some of the stuff on the wall here, so it's really, really cool to be back in that same atmosphere.
She's talking about we do hydrate the homeless here come summertime, just in case anyone watching is wondering. We collect donations. You can donate or come down and volunteer with us.
Water, So I'll be here to help definitely.
Yeah.
So I've been doing my own stuff for about 8 years now, so just kind of like learning business and meeting people and networking and finding out what I do best, and just doing different stuff.
Where can we find you? So I know you and Leanna are both found at one of the same places every single month, which would be our wonderful Women Grow events. I gotta give shout outs to Women Grow. We love them, and it's a good place to find you. And you usually have edibles there, correct?
I'm very selective at the events that I attend and I vend at, and that's one that I'm always at, and I always have a different treat. I try to keep it different. Obviously, I have the same stuff that I have on the menu, but when it comes to an event, people know there's going to be something different there, so that's what the little edge would keep it exciting. So everybody always knows what does she have?
Yeah, like what
so I try to
combo
tweak
are you coming
something
up
a little
with?
bit different, so to give that excitement, so that people look forward to it, and it lets me get that creativity out of my system. So might as well give that energy out to everyone else as well. So that's my favorite thing. So
I love it.
Yeah. So now to introduce my cousin. Go ahead.
Oh.
Yeah.
He is the business partner. So I'm really excited that we're both here. So
who are you? Where do we find you?
I am Miguel. This is actually
not your home address. That's not what I'm asking for. I just want to be clear, Miguel. That's not what I'm asking for.
No, well, we actually also have a product at the Hemp Wellness Market.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's amazing. With the Coffee Co. also. So you can eat your edibles and get
some
some yummy goodness from the Coffee Co., who also honors the Bud Card. Oh, we just
Yes,
love all of you.
We have our lemon poppy seed muffins there.
Ooh.
And blueberry.
Ooh.
And
Mousse.
cheesecake mousse.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Okay. So good. So now we know where to find all the Nom Nom.
So that's on 32nd Street and Thomas.
Yes,
so
the Hemp
you
Wellness
can
Center.
always find them there at Hemp Wellness Center. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's all right.
What else? What else can you tell us about you?
Well, this is actually my first business that I'm actually getting into.
Nice.
I had moved away for a while. When I had moved, I guess marijuana wasn't medicinal here yet. And when I came back, I found out it was, and I was excited. I was like, yeah. So I called my cousin and started learning about CBD a lot.
Which I had no idea.
Yeah, I started.
Yeah, so many people still don't.
Yeah.
A lot of people
Right?
don't know about it.
Yeah.
It breaks
And
my heart.
not only that, but the other CBGs, CBNs,
Yeah. Oh
other
yeah.
All the letters of the alphabet.
Yeah. All the cannabinoids that
Yes.
the plant just offers. I mean, the plant. I just love the plant and everything that it
I love it. I
offers
respect it.
and,
I wrote that in my. I just respect the plant completely.
Yeah.
We use it. Obviously, there's so many reasons why you use it, and everybody's different.
Yes.
And people ask me too, like different stuff, like, oh, how do you juggle a lot of things that I do? And I said, like, I know we medicated before this, but I do have ADHD, and I'm all over the place. My mind is all over the place, you guys. It's crazy.
Yes.
Cannabis has helped me juggle those things, create these things, give my mind something to do.
Yes.
You know,
So many people don't realize that.
yeah, and so it's like it's been able to I can juggle those things because I controlled my mind. You know, I'm able to focus on certain stuff where before it's like I could focus, but half of the time.
Yeah.
So I wasn't able to really put my creativity and everything into something good, and now it's like, and then now when he brought CBD to me, and I'm like, wait, what? I was like, hold on, what is this? And then so he's explaining it, so then we're like, let's just do it. And one of the businesses I had was doing pastries. I won't say edibles. Now I say edibles, but it was just pastries, decorations, stuff like that. So now we just kind of morphed it together with CBD now. So now it's like,
So
and the sky's the limit because now I can bring everything I know.
It's so
and
crazy
he
too.
helps,
They're not
so we
doing
just-
this in other places. So New York, upstate New York, I'm going to visit in a couple weeks, and I was asking my friend. I said, "So, girl, I'm coming. I want to be connected. Who's there doing what?" And she was like, "I don't think anybody is." I said, "What?" So who's getting on this market? Like
yeah.
nobody that you know is selling CBD. Nobody that you know is baking with this. Nobody that, and she's like, no. And I was like, okay, so I'm gonna bring a bunch of product home with me, and I'm gonna school you all. And I'm just thinking, like, where is it all? Like, again, where's the education and stuff? And so it's just so interesting because even for those that don't want to get high, CBD does a lot for anxiety. CBD does a lot to help you kind of calm down, or you know, harness that energy, sleep, relax. And so it's so interesting.
Like, to me, the uses are infinite. Like,
Yes.
I always learn more. I'm like, dang, you could use it for that too. Like, I'll read an article or something will come on my feed on social media, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and then I'll start reading, and I'm like, there's one more thing to add to so that way I can explain it when somebody's having, you know, people are skeptical all the time. I deal with a lot of elderly, and they're just very
they just don't know,
prejudiced against any type of cannabis. So I always explain the bell pepper jalapeno thing. And
you want
I win them over every time.
Okay, wait. So before you explain, wait, I'm gonna let you explain. But hold on. So let's hand these out so that we can munch while you explain that. Yes. And then when you're done, we're gonna introduce our guest in the room. And if that goes off, sir, can you just pause it? We still have time, but yeah. Okay. All right. So go ahead and pick the one you wanted, my dear. I'm gonna pick the one I wanted. Here you go. Pick the one you want. Ooh, you can. There's more in here. There's more. We gotta pass. Can you pass it that way? So we gotta give our chef one, or not our chef. Oh my goodness, my camera guy. I'm thinking of food clearly. And then here.
Tell me stop.
My knee. I get inflammation in my knee as well.
It's great for that.
That is it.
My favorite description for like people is it's after a long day, you get home and you hug your mom. Like you get that good hug from your mom, and then you let go, and that feeling of that's how CBD feels to me. It's just content. Like you hugged your mom.
I'm gonna eat it.
You feel like CBD, mom.
I feel like CBD.
I love feeling like CBD.
Oh, the bacon?
The bacon, the chocolate though.
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna go put that on there.
It's funny when I put the chocolate whipped cream in the circle packing because it looks like poop to me. Like the emoji.
Now you have emoji. All right, wait. Explain. All right, so rewind. Explain the bell pepper, jalapeno.
I'm curious about this. Bell pepper, jalapeno. So a lot of the patients that I've dealt with, they're older. You know, old school. People, they're very prejudiced against it. They don't know anything. So I developed this little technique where I explain the bell pepper jalapeno, and I'm like, okay, you get a bell pepper jalapeno, they're in the same family, you know, they have the same similar taste, texture, everything, but one is super hot and the other one's not, you know, that's a huge difference. As soon as I explain that to them with THC and CBD, one gets you high, one doesn't. It's just like a light bulb that goes off in their head, and they're just like, oh, okay, I'll try some. And I'm like, oh, you know, okay. So now without the struggle, because I'm like, hey, you know, you have this pain, you don't want to get high, but here, try this CBD. I explain that bell pepper jalapeno thing, and there's no argument, there's no fight. They try it, and then we're good after that, and they're a patient after that. So they realize, oh my gosh, my pain is gone, or oh my gosh, I could sleep, or, you know. A lot of patients, they can't take medicine, you know, they throw them up, or it just gives them anxiety, or they just can't take them for whatever reason, or you know, and so this helps so much. But yeah, the jalapeno bell pepper,
I love it.
It was about 1.5 years ago I thought of it. It just came to me, and then now it's like that saves me every time. It saves me an argument because I don't want to pull up that same fight. Right. I feel like I'm always having to try to defend the medicine, and they don't realize it.
You are
doing this. They just like.
Oh, I love it. I was
realize.
trying,
Okay,
but I
you know
couldn't.
what? I break it down to them. You know.
Maybe.
Okay.
You know. It's like a book with pictures in it. It's easier. Then just
similarities of
I'm copying you.
Parodies.
I did. I copied you. All right, so we have a special guest who I'm gonna have step in to. Leanna, can we move this way closer to your?
I'm busy.
No, you have to come.
He's working on it.
This is full spectrum, guys. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
So good. So come to the mic.
What does that mean, full spectrum?
It means you're getting stoned. No, I'm
Yeah,
just kidding.
you're gonna
No, I'm just kidding. We don't do that to our guests. We do not trick anyone
You're gonna
here.
feel
No.
content.
I'd roll with it. I'm easygoing.
What does full spectrum mean? You gotta tell him. You gotta answer his question, lady.
It means it basically has everything. It's not stripped of anything, and there is 3% THC in it.
Yes.
Everything's in there.
0.3%.
0.3.
Or less.
Yeah.
Or less.
Yeah.
Which is the
And
legal amount.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Right.
And it,
So
it's
again, we
the
didn't really get you
stems,
high.
The seeds, the roots,
Right.
the leaves, everything.
The
It's all
stems
of
and
the-
seeds, what I used to smoke in high school.
Oh.
Don't tell anyone that. Don't tell them that.
I just didn't hear that, did
That's-
I?
Lie, David. Don't
you
tell
make
them.
tea out of that.
I'm so sorry.
I was 15. I didn't know.
I know, it doesn't sound like you
Nobody
knew.
knew.
Yeah, we did.
Right? Whoever sold it to you
Your
did.
friend
No.
Your friend knew.
All right, so who are you, buddy? What do you do in our community? Which I know you walked in and I asked you, but we weren't quite on camera,
Yeah,
I don't
right.
think. So, what do you do? Who are you? And yeah, tell us.
I throw food festivals in town.
Wait, you throw food? I get to throw food
Yeah,
at you?
right.
Yeah.
All right, ready? Count.
I don't want to get into that, Katie. That's
Ah,
not
no. That's a
You know
waste
what I
of
just
food.
learned, actually? So I'm going to fast forward. I learned that you cannot have canned beer at a music festival in Arizona unless approved by the police because beer can be used as a projectile.
Yes.
That was kind of fascinating to learn. Because I'm doing canned beer at Fried, but I'm calling Fried a music festival. Because I've been throwing food festivals for 9 years here in Arizona.
9 years?
Yeah.
That's a long time.
And I wanted to just start sort of amping up the music portion
Aspect of it?
Yeah, totally.
What other food events have you put on that we might have gone to?
I throw the Arizona Taco Festival.
Ooh.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Right on. That's that's out at Salt River Fields. It's been
Yummy.
going on for 9 years. It was.
Shirt say taco?
It does.
It does.
Yeah. DC logo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, wait,
Right.
I feel so
Bruh.
messy.
I'm like, that's my OCD was already like, wait, that's in the wrong place. What's
Right.
going on?
Yeah, totally.
Wrong
I'm like, oh,
letter.
it says taco.
What other festivals?
The Phoenix Pizza Festival,
Ooh.
the Downtown Donut Festival,
Oh my goodness.
now the Fried French Fry Festival. So I just pick all the stoner food groups, and then I think I just throw a festival. on
Uh-huh.
it.
Smart.
Alright, so you're my friend. We friends now.
See,
Right.
this is, I mean, that's how I
Totally.
found him. I was like, food festivals for stoners. No,
Yeah.
I'm just
Right,
kidding.
totally.
So you have been amazing. You gave the Bud card some tickets to give away. I actually have a pair of tickets we can give away tonight. So we can do that when we come back. I don't have them physically on me, but I have a pair
Right.
left. So if you're watching and you want to go to the Fried Food Festival, or you know somebody who does, then anyone watching has a chance to win. So we can talk about how you can win when we get back. Nobody let me forget that. So you can win 2 tickets. Can you tell us a little bit about when the Fried Festival is, what type of music is going to be there? Tell us more.
So
Tell
it's
us
on
more.
420, of course. We're at Margaret T. Hans Park, which is at the Phoenix Public Library right
Downtown.
there. Yeah,
Great
so-
location.
So when I saw that Hans Park was not reserved and 420 was on a Saturday, I'm like, book it.
Yeah.
We'll figure out a concept later. So
Yeah.
So then we just started brainstorming, like, what's a munchie we haven't covered? And we ended up with French fries.
I love it.
And now I'm starting to feel like French fries are everywhere. I'm just like noticing them more and more. Not just a side, but like almost like an entree. So a lot of the places, they're food trucks that do like French fries fried in duck fat with balsamic onions and bacon and you know what I mean? Like
Are
it's
they
like
going to be there?
really amped up.
Yeah.
Are they going to be
The
there?
people that
I
do
want-
that? Yes,
yeah.
they're there.
Are you hanging out with me that day?
Yeah, we're
Are
gonna.
we going?
Yeah, we're
Are we
gonna.
getting-
Yeah,
I'm
we're
looking for this
Shelly?
place
all
that
of
does
them.
bolognese fries.
Okay.
So they do fried chips, like round discs of French fries,
Okay.
and then they put bolognese in a Chinese takeout container, and then you just walk around eating bolognese.
All right, so tickets are how much?
I know.
You put a lot of thought into this.
$15.
And that gets you in the door,
$15.
That
right?
gets you- yeah, that gets you in the
That
door.
doesn't get you any of the food,
Correct.
right? You got to buy
Correct.
the food.
So my
Gets you
model
in the
for these
door.
food festivals, all the ticket prices are between 8 and 15,
Okay.
and then all of the vendors are required to offer a $2 to $3 sample.
Ooh.
And then all the cocktails are $6. So everything once you get inside is super affordable.
Okay.
I do the cover charge model so that I can like get to event day, but it's still kind of affordable. Whereas like the like $50 all inclusive ticket, all you can eat, I don't like that because you just see people just like shoveling food in their mouths
Yeah.
to justify the
No.
ticket price.
cost.
And this way, it's like people are a
And
little
that
more
doesn't help
discerning.
me either because I won't eat $50 worth
No,
of food,
right.
by the way.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I like this way better.
Totally puts it like you're in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I have control over what I'm going to have.
This was
So
well thought
music, what kind of music?
Indie rock. So I've got this
Okay.
this girl who works with me, like she's my director of operations. She's from Seattle, and this is all her type of music. I'm an old stoner, like Deadhead guy, so like it's not my type of music at all. Like if it was up to me, I'll be slightly stupid and sublime all day long. But, right.
There's nothing wrong with that.
but she booked all the bands. They're awesome. They're really cool. I've learned a lot about local indie music. I'm not gonna lie. Like just
Do you know the
I've
name of
learned
any
through-
of them?
Yeah, there's a band
Okay.
called Please.
Okay.
They're great. Decker
Okay.
has moved to San Francisco. Now he's coming back for the show.
Who else?
Fairy Bones is a hot band right now.
I know some other ones, so I want to know.
Weird Radicals.
No. Okay.
Uh,
I don't know them all.
what about DJ Reverse Cowboy?
Sounds interesting now.
I'm gonna Spotify that and SoundCloud and
Right.
like when we're
Right.
done.
Awesome.
Some other DJs, Maintenance and
Okay.
Stony Pie. You gotta look up Stony Pie. She's
Stony Pie?
awesome.
She's a girl?
Yeah.
I like it.
no.
Come
She's a
on.
girl.
Come
She's
on
a-
our show, Stony Pie.
Right.
I like
I
it.
think she
Come
should be on the
Stony
show,
Pie.
for sure.
Come hang out with us.
All right.
Come on.
This is your
Come
people.
on.
It's your tribe.
You didn't even
We
know
have
we were out
cupcakes.
there.
Come to the dark side. We have cupcakes.
Right.
They won't be here by the time she gets here. We'll have some other goodie though.
We'll
Let's
have
just-
pictures of cupcakes.
They won't. Yes. Very good pictures.
Pictures of cupcakes.
Scratch and sniff.
So, you use cannabis?
Yeah.
I mean, not
Like
to
I
put you
told
on
you,
air,
I'm more of
but
a- I'm
sorry,
more of a,
I know
like,
you're
in bed-
professional.
I'm more of like
Seeds,
a
right?
right before I go to sleep kind of guy.
Gotcha,
Like,
no.
chill out with some TV.
Totally.
Nobody's
Yeah.
around. Me and my wife and the
Yeah.
dogs are just chilling on
Yeah.
the sofa.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Out and about, I don't know. I just get in my own head a lot.
Yeah, that's
I'm
okay.
like,
Well, that's
I
you
don't
should
know.
grab an undo in case that ever happens. If you ever
Yeah.
do get stoned
I
out
learned
about.
about that from you. I
Yeah,
wanna
we
try
got some
this.
extra.
It's
You can grab
fantastic.
one. And then also, do you use CBD for your animals at all?
Yeah, I just bought some from Basso.
Basso's great. They honor the Bud Card. You should get a Bud
So I
Card
have
membership.
Two dogs. I will. They worked on one dog,
Always
but
sound
the other
like-
dog is so nervous all the time. I feel like
Totally.
I just got to give him the whole damn
Yeah.
basket of them.
So yeah,
He's
I
so
mean,
nervous.
My dog loves
Basso is
Yeah.
great for sure,
Ours
and
does
Hempel
too.
Farms. Those are two of the top-notch CBD companies, in my opinion, here in Arizona. So
What does the Bud Card get me if I join?
it depends on whether you're a basic or premium member. I want to say basic is 10% off on each location, and I believe premium is 20% off. So, and I think
Okay.
in person at events like Basso will hook you up a little bit more if you're a Bud Card member.
Right on.
So, yeah.
Dig it. You should
And
meet some
it's-
good people out there.
And well, yeah, no, we're super excited to be at Fried Festival, and we're really excited because I know you planned it on 420, but it's not necessarily a 420 event, correct?
Correct.
So we're excited to be able to talk to a new market of people and let them know about us, and not just a Bud Card, but Basso. Let them know about
Right.
CBD because they'll be out there with us, right? Can I ask who else signed up yet? Do you know? Was that it?
Off
Was
the
it
top of my
just
head.
a-
Oh,
okay?
like
With
vendor-wise?
us, just CBD, like cannabis,
Off the top
just
of my
us.
head, I
Okay.
couldn't tell you.
All right. Well, Basso
Yeah.
and me will be there putting it down. So we're super excited, and I appreciate you for opening the space for cannabis as well. Because
Sure, of course.
so many
welcome
places
at the other
don't.
food festivals too.
Well, you
Pizza
keep-
donut.
You
know.
keep, we're gonna keep chatting.
This all
won't
kind
be
of
your last
happened like
time.
last year at Pizza Festival. We were just standing around like midway through the event, and we looked around at the crowd, and it's like, I think there's a lot of stoners here. You just kind of tell,
Got
you
that
know?
energy.
Yeah, like
Yes.
Taco
There's
Festival.
a lot of medicators here.
Right.
Right.
There's a lot of patients here.
Patients
We're
here.
gonna switch the terminology
Exactly.
just a
Right.
little.
Like
But
Taco
yes.
Festival
Yes.
is like, it's almost like spring break. It's like people are just pounding tequila. They're pounding the tacos.
God.
They're getting after it. It's like a different. It's very fast.
Okay.
People are It's loud. It's kind of hot. Pizza and Donut Fest were like chill.
Chill. I kind of like that.
You
You
know
know.
what I mean?
Yes.
As someone who has anxiety sometimes, like I used to love crowds. I used to do events myself. I did fundraising for brain cancer research, and
Nice.
and I love doing it. And we did it through craft beer, which was awesome.
Yay.
But it now when I'm around super large groups of crowds, even the cannabis crowds, I just sometimes I'm like, okay, get me the fuck out of
Yes.
here because.
Right.
sometimes it's just so overwhelming. And so I think there's a line for events of like, this is an amazing event and there's a lot of people here, and also this is an amazing event and there's a shit ton of people here, and there's some people who can't handle it because we are patients. And I think for us, like, I don't know if cannabis events always think of that. Just for note, like, I don't know if they always think about the overwhelmingness for patients sometimes.
I try to,
Do you?
especially like for Women Grow, they were possibly talking about letting go of one of the medicating areas. We're like, no. You're super crazy. I have social anxiety. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the fact that I could medicate halfway through.
Yes.
Because, like, people make me feel weird. I feel claustrophobic. I can't breathe.
Yes.
And like, I don't want to go to an event knowing that I can't be within, like, 5 minutes of my car to go and, like, massively rip my pen.
Yeah.
or
even
whatever.
just go outside and medicate a little bit. I mean,
Exactly.
it doesn't always have to be a ton. It's just enough to hold you over to get you through. You know, obviously depending on your pain level or whatever it is that you're experiencing.
Just smash edibles.
But, like, yeah, and I think that's important too. So, all right. So where do we get tickets to Fried Fest?
Fried Festival.
Fried Festival.
I can't believe that was available. Like, nobody's thrown a Fried
The
Festival.
park was available on 420.
Yeah.
The name
it's
was
like,
available.
It just all just
and we
aligned.
found each other.
Right. I love it.
Yes.
I also didn't tell you,
So-
I have a munchiesfest.com reserved.
You know, my name is
I
Amanda
want to do
Munchies.
a Munchies Fest so bad. I want like top chefs doing gourmet renditions of classic stoner food. You know what I mean?
So
Like,
when you need
maybe-
judges,
like, well, that
when
too,
you need
but I-
judges.
right.
Shelly and I volunteer fully, and I'm just gonna
Oh,
say
yeah,
everyone
this
else.
whole panel right
Everyone
here will
else here, I
volunteer.
know. Well, Shelly is
These are
clearly like up for us, so I'm
like,
doing that
crowns here.
first. But yes, everyone would gladly be judges.
Right. Everybody's a judge.
Yes, let us know.
Everybody's a
Always.
winner.
All right, so we are gonna go to break, and probably medicate a little bit, and for those who medicate, and we are gonna finish our munchies. Other than that, we're going to come back and chat a little bit more about everyone and what we're doing in the industry. So I think we got about an hour left of the show. So super excited. We'll break for about 10 to 15 minutes and we'll come back and we'll chat some more and just kind of probably dive in a little bit personal with everybody about a little bit more about why you medicate, what's important to you in the industry that's happening right now.
She volunteers as trivia.
So we'll get a little bit more personal when we come back, if that's okay with everybody. Again, just kind of, like I said, diving a little bit further into why y'all medicate, if that's okay, and how you medicate. And like I said, what's kind of, during break, maybe think about what's happening in the industry that's important to you, or something that you've learned in the industry that's important to you that maybe you could share with those watching. So just in advance, what I've learned in the industry is that CBD is amazing, and if you don't know what it is and you have no one around you that is using it or doing anything with it, just start, because you'll be on the rise of a really cool curve.
Right.
Like,
You'll be like,
get
whoa,
on
what?
it.
Did I read that correctly? Let
Yes.
me read that again.
Yes. So I would say definitely check it out. During break, go to thebudcard.org. Check out the BudCard membership. If you use $1, all one word, all caps, all smashed together, you'll get it for $1 your first month. You can also go check out all of us on Instagram. So you are found where on Instagram?
Fusion's Incredible Edibles.
Super. You are found where?
The Medicine Woman 420.
And?
Dank Diaries 420.
And?
Fried Fest.
Awesome.
I'm saying it.
You're waiting for it.
And we want to do a huge shout out to Support District Radio. Make sure you're following them as well. And come back after our short break, and we'll